Hey guys, this is Mariah Cooks and welcome back to my channel. So today we are making lasagna. No, lasagna. Alright, so first things first, I get like 4 tablespoons of water and I add some Better Than Bouillon, whatever, powder to it. It's just like chicken broth, just a little bit of chicken broth. And some minced garlic. And then you add your pre-washed, I repeat, wash the spinach before you add the spinach to the pot. Too much nasty stuff is going on in the world. Just make sure you wash it. I wash it after I buy it to prevent me from having to keep doing it every time. So now I add my salt and some pepper to the mix as well. Just cook it down until it's fully cooked down. After you do that, you get a cheesecloth or a heavy-duty napkin, paper towel, and you just mash it inside of the strainer until all the liquid is out. Or you get your cheesecloth once it's cool, and you just squeeze all the juice out. This is serious. You have to do that, or your lasagna is going to be, it's just going to be super wet. Don't do it, y'all. All right, so now you get your ground beef, ground turkey, whatever meat that you're using. I'm using ground beef. I probably used, I would say 2 pounds because I'm also using sausage. So I think I used 2 pounds, 1.5. It's really up to you how meaty you want it. Like, look at that, y'all. My shit smoking. Fuck going on? Y'all call the fire department. Goddamn, don't do that. Don't do that part. But you can use whatever meat that you want. Me personally, I just like ground beef and Italian sausage, so I just use both of those. You just want to cook down your ground beef until it is browned, done, 100%. You can, like I said, you can use anything. Even if you're doing a vegan one, you can use like the crumbles if you want, or the Beyond Meat ground beef. Well, beefless ground beef. You know what I'm talking about, the Beyond Meat one, whatever you want to use. So yeah, so you're just cooking it down. Make sure you move it around like I'm moving it around to make sure that it's not like super lumpy or it has like super big clumps in it or something like that. Now, if you finish and you have leftover, which is fine, I let it cool down and then put it in a Ziploc bag, and you can save it for when you make spaghetti. Just make sure you label it on what date you made it on. So yeah, this is just me adding my seasonings. I added seasoning salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, basil, thyme, oregano, and the Cajun slap your mama one. And that's it. Give it a good, and chili powder. Maybe like a teaspoon of them all. And then I added some minced garlic, and just letting that do its thing, cook on up. That's really, you can use whatever seasonings that you prefer in your spaghetti. That's just the base seasonings that I use for my spaghetti sauce. But yeah, it's really, use whatever sauce you use for your spaghetti. You could do that if you want to make it spicier. I would add some cayenne to it. That would be good. But the kids don't like spicy that much. Well, one do, the other one don't. So yeah, just make sure you're getting the seasonings all moved around. Let them marry or whatnot. So yeah, once you get the ground beef fully cooked, then you are going to want to take it out of the pot and strain it, so you won't get all those oils and juices and stuff all in your sauce, y'all. Just strain it for the one time. Now at this point, I've seen some people add their vegetables to it. the Holy Trinity and all that. I personally don't do that because I don't want all that oil. I don't know. It just don't sit right with me. So normally I cook my ground beef to this stage, and then I go ahead and strain it, and I'm setting it to the side so I can reuse the pot with all its juices and, all its trimmings left. So now I'm going to cook down me some sausage. Now I use Italian sausage. You can use regular sausages. You can use whatever you like, honestly. This is Italian sausage. You could use like Italian turkey sausage. You can use mild sausage. You can use sweet Italian sausage. Whatever's clever for you. Now I added some more of that mix that I used when I did the ground beef. You do not have to do this step. I personally season every bit of meat when I do it. Whatever I'm cooking, for the most part, I'm going to season it. You just gotta figure out your ratio as far as like, what did you use salty? So you want to use like 4 or 5 seasonings that's salty. So if you use 1 or 2 seasonings that's salty, that has salt in it, and then add some salt, that should be fine. But if you use 4 seasonings that have salt in it and then add more salt, it's just don't do it. You're gonna have to start over. If you do it, don't do it. Just don't do it. Alright, so you just wait for this to get all brown the same way, honestly, you did the ground beef is how you're going to do this part as well. Depending on if it's turkey. If it's turkey, it's probably going to cook way faster. Oh, one thing I do not like is the mix. If people use ground beef and then use turkey Italian sausage, the bite don't make sense in my head. Do what you do. But in my head, the bite don't make sense. Alright, so let's get that all cooked. And what I do is I will put this in a strainer too on top of the ground beef. Really? So let it strain. It's the juices too. And that's it, y'all. Look at all the seasonings on my stove, Lord. So yeah, now I'm about to saute my vegetables. So I put a little bit of butter, unsalted butter, inside the pan that I was using to cook all my meat. And then you just let that melt. And then you add all of your vegetables to it, whatever you're liking. Sometimes, like for the spaghetti for the kids, I would add vegetables into it, like the vegetable medleys, so that they can like sneaking vegetables in it, and they actually like it. Normally I use like cauliflower. It's like whatever mix you can find at the in the freezer I'll just sneak that in there. But now I'm adding the bell peppers, the onions, and just letting it sweat. Getting it together, letting it sweat, letting it get right. Okay, this should take about 5 minutes. Add a little bit more butter, cause why not? You don't have to do this step. You could put some extra virgin olive oil in there and then do it. You could have left some of the ground beef juice in there and then do it. You could have used the Pam that I got over there and did do it, but I like this method. It tastes better. So I added a little bit of a lot of garlic. I have a thing for garlic, especially in pasta dishes, but you don't have to. I feel like I keep saying you don't have to. Yes, you do. Now I'm adding back my ground beef and sausages to let them do its thing. I like to let my sauce simmer. But any kind of spaghetti sauce I make, I like to let it simmer with the sauce. So I'm going to mix them all together. Oh, that is my fresh tomatoes. I don't like to add them too early because I don't want them pulverized. So I use the Prego sauce. You can use whatever sauce. You can make your own sauce. Oh, I should make a video on making my own sauce. It's pretty good. And a Brotelli, have you say it? I love that mixture of those specific sauces. and just mix it together. You're gonna need some more. Please do not put like if this is how your sauce look, add some more. Because your lasagna will be drier than it's just gonna be dry. So just make sure, just do the next step, because you don't want no dry. Nobody want no dry ass lasagna, because the cheese already gonna make it. Just trust me. So I add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Depending on how much you about to make, you can add the whole one. And then I'm just gonna add, you about to see, I got a banger. So I don't know what y'all be doing, but to add some more moisture to it, I'll put a little water, maybe like 1/4 cup of water in one of the sauce containers. Shake it up, right? Pour that mixture, everything that's in that jar, pour it into the other jar that you used. Shake it up, and then pour that mixture into the sauce. So you get use of all your sauce, and you got like spaghetti flavored water for your tomato paste. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but put water in one jar, shake it, put the top on there, shake it up, pour that mixture into the other bottle, shake it up. Look at that. Just did it again. It was some left. And yeah, it stretches out your sauce. It gives you some liquid to use with the tomato paste, because you need to use some liquid tomato paste, or once again your shit will be dry. Now it's time for a break.
You want to start drinking? I know that it is only noon, but we don't really have to go to work, and there is literally nothing else to do.
All right, guys. So now we're going to make a little drinky drink while the sauce simmers. I would say simmer the sauce for like 20-30 minutes on low, like the low as it could go, just so they can marry. All right, so now I am putting fresh blueberries, pre-wash. Make sure you pre-wash your fruits too. And then cutting up some strawberries, fresh and pre-washed. But anyway, then I'm going to mash it. Now, if you have a potato masher, you can use that. I didn't have one. If you have like one of those mellets, little meat tenderizer things, you can use the top of that. I don't have one. So I use this spoon. It works out great. You know, it does its thing. And I just mash up all the berries until they like super smushed. I know this drink has a name. I just don't know the name, but it tickles my fancy. So you add all that smush in the sauce, the juice, whatever, into a cute cup. Presentations, everything. I got some Simply orange juice with pineapple. That's my fave. So you add a little bit of that, a little bit of the Perrier. I'm thinking this one is a strawberry one. You can use whichever one you like. I prefer the strawberry one. And at this point, this is where you can add the vodka, you can add the tequila, you can add the Hennessy, you can add the Jose Cuervo, you can add whatever the fuck you want to add. But I add more Perrier because I don't drink. And you put a piece of fresh mint and a straw, and it's fire, guys. You have to make this drink. Like, it's fire, and it's cute, and it's fire. All right, back to my lasagna. So at this point, the sauce has already been percolating. It's ready to be used, still hot. So you see I got my spinach over there, ready to be used. Now I put a layer of sauce at the bottom. I don't know why I do this. My grandma did it, so guess what? I'm gonna do it. But she ain't had no meat at the bottom of hers. It was just sauce. But I don't have that luxury. All right, so I used the noodles that is already, like, you don't have to boil them, which came out really good. It saved me some time. So yeah, so it goes the meat layer, the noodles. I got the Mexican style blend cheese, Parmesan cheese, and the mozzarella cheese. I should have had pepper jack. That would have been a hit. But yeah, and then add little strings of spinach. And then you just repeat the layers over and over again. If you get lost in the layers, you forget how you did it, it's fine. It's yours. Just make sure it ain't dry. That's my main concern when people say, oh, I made lasagna. Like, is it gonna be dry though? Like, I would hate for it to be dry. So just repeat the layers. Sometimes I break it like that. Break them so they can fit in all the spots. So it'll be like one spot that don't have as much. I want it to be even type of thing. But yeah, I wish I had some pepper jack. I would have put a lot of pepper jack. Pepper jack instead of the Mexican blend. It would have been like a white lasagna though, like the color wise. But I felt like it'd be fire. It'd have been spicy. So yeah, you just add your spinach in evenly how you want it. I have a thing where I feel like every bite should have some of everything. So yeah, I done fucked up the order. I think I added that sauce right then because I was scared for it to be dry. So fuck it. Forget it. Add more. That looks good, y'all. I'll eat that. So yeah, so you just repeat the order. So now when you get towards the end, I think this is my last layer. Add the noodles onto it. And don't be talking about my ashy hands either. I keep washing my hands, and I'm not about to put lotion on and then touch these noodles, so whatever. So yeah, add another layer of meat. For the top, yeah, this is the top, last one. Make sure you add meat as your last layer on top of the noodles. I don't know why, I just do. I'm thinking it's because it'll burn or I think it'll look ugly, I don't know. Make sure you add a lot of all of your cheeses on top so it can have that really super cute. You gonna see. Y'all saw that corn I didn't put no meat in? That is fucking disrespectful. I'm gonna make sure I don't get that corner. No. Make sure you even it out. Make sure you press it down so it can be nice and packed. Now, I add my seasonings now. I add seasoning on top. A slap your mama Cajun seasoning. When I tell y'all I season everything, and I always get complimented on how well seasoned my food is. So I would advise you to do the same. And then this is just some fresh parsley on top. It's not for no taste. It's just so when it come out, people can be like, ooh. I could do this on top of my macaroni, top of my baked spaghetti, on top of anything with cheese that go in the oven. Put it on top of there. Sometimes I add the pepper flakes. So this is an important step. Make sure you put parchment paper down before you put the aluminum foil down so that the cheese will not stick to aluminum foil, and when you pick it up, it's going to look crazy. It's going to be destroyed. You're going to be embarrassed. Okay? So now this is how it looked in the oven. How cute. And then I put it in the oven for 40 minutes. And then I take off the paper and look how easy that come up. Perfect. I take off that so you can cook and get that brown cute look. And that is it, guys. This is how it looked when it came out. Check the bubbles on the side. How cute is that, y'all? That's fire. Make sure if you put the broiler on to brown it, make sure you standing right there because I have burnt many of dishes with cheese on top doing that. But other than that, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tag me in the picture that you made it. Thank you. Bye, guys.